Okay, in the video where I made the dog, I made a bit of a dog's dinner. I think that's called humour. Yeah, I made a bit of a mess of rubbing out the dog's feet, and it was a bit of a disaster. So I thought what we'd do is show you another way of doing this, which is a bit of a smarter way. So all I'm going to do is I've got my cartoon bear here, which I'm going to copy. And I'm going to go to Fireworks, and I'm going to go File and New. And I want a transparent canvas, so that's great. And I'm just going to paste it on there. Of course, the first step is to get rid of this grey background. So I'm going to take the magic wand and holding down Shift, I'm just going to select all those grey, there it is, grey areas just above the ears and head there. And that can go, and you can see now I've got that transparent background. Well, the thing is that what I want to do is to build an animation where the bear's paws sort of rotate with the fish and his feet go up and down. So what I need to do is extract the paws and the fish first, and then we'll take out the foot. And I think we'll stop the video at that point, otherwise this might go on a little bit too long. So I'm just going to take this tool here, and I'm just going to simply take that area there, and I'm going to Control C to copy it. And I'm going to go File and New. Again, I've got a transparent canvas, and I'm going to Control V to paste it. Press Control C there. I'm going to zoom in. A little bit pixelated, but that'll be okay when we put it into Flash. And I'm going to take the magic wand. Now my tolerance is quite high, 78. That's pretty lucky actually. I'm going to delete that, and I want to just delete that bit, and I'm going to hold down Shift and delete that bit. And that's pretty good. There's no scrappy bits kicking around. We know that because this blue line shows us that if I fit the canvas, there's no scrappy bits kicking around the edge. Fantastic, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to go to GIF, and I want Alpha, and I've actually done this before, so I'm just going to replace this. Okay, let's get the bear's foot. So back in here, and we'll take our little tool here, and we'll grab that bit, which I'll Control C to copy, and File and New. Press OK, because I've got transparent. I'll Control V and paste. And we'll just zoom in again here. Now, little problem here is I've got this black line that joins a black line. If I were to take the magic wand to say I want to get rid of this bit, it's going to get the whole of the black line, so that's no good. So what I tend to do here is just take a very small rubber. Not that size, that's for sure. Let's turn it down to something very small. About 5 should do the job. I'm just going to create a little break in the black there. That's great, because now when I take the magic wand and select the black, it doesn't flood it all the way around. And I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to take all that. I'm going to press Delete. I've got a few scrappy bits kicking around there. Well, no problem. Let's just take the rubber and we'll get rid of those. And perhaps not the best of efforts around here either. So what we'll do is we'll just take a rubber along here as well. And that's fabulous. Okay, we're all done. So we can fit the canvas. And we'll File and we'll Save As. And again, this is going to be a GIF with our alpha up here. GIF and barefoot. Done again. I've done it before. So that's that. Okay, I'm not going to do the Flash bit now because the video will go on for far too long. What we want you guys to get used to is extracting bits of animals that you want to move and save them as separate bits and bobs. I think what we will do before going into Flash, of course, what an idiot I am, is in this one we need to get rid of the fish in the hands, and of course we need to get rid of the feet. So I'm just going to take a brush, and the fill colour is going to be this brown, and the brush is a bit on the small side, so I'll increase the size of that. That's better. And we'll start to get rid of the stuff in the middle there. And now it's time to zoom in. And let's get rid of that. Little bit annoying that we're going to have to spend a little bit of time of watching me do this, which for you must be incredibly boring, but I'm sure that you get the idea. I'm going to try and just cut that around that brown bit. That's not too bad. It hasn't got to be absolutely perfect, but what I certainly want to do now is just get rid of that black bit, so I'm going to change the colour of my brush there, and we're just going to go in and we're going to lose that. And do you know what? Alright, it's a little bit blurry there, but when you zoom out, you'd be hard pressed to see it. So, how do we get rid of the feet? Well, actually, the easiest way to do this is quite weird, but I'm going to rub everything out from down there. And you're probably thinking, "You crazy man, why are you doing this?" Well, I'll show you now. Let's just get rid of all of that. And I'm going to take a couple of ovals here. Now, I want my oval to have no fill, and I want this colour to be that brown. So what I'm going to do is draw an oval, and you haven't got to be exact here. That's not too bad. And what you can see is the oval, because I set it to 5, is filled in with that colour. And actually the sensible thing to have done actually would have been, I suppose, to have filled it in like that, really, isn't it? Use the same colours there. So are we happy with that? Let's have a little look. Oh, it's not too bad. If you don't like it, you can see I've got path over here. For example, you might think this one needs to be a little bit shallower or deeper. You can actually just use your white arrow and you can extend down or you can extend up. I think that'll do. Now when we're happy with that bit, we've got to change that oval. So over here, where it's got path, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify and I'm going to just flatten that selection. And watch what it says when it says path. I'm going to flatten that and it becomes bitmap. Okay, so that's cool. And what I can do is that I can, because I'm happy with all of this now, I would get both of those two layers now and I'm going to modify and I'm going to flatten those down. So it's all just one image now. Is it perfect? Probably not. Let's take another circle. And this time, oh, I'm on the circle. This time what we want here is no fill. And we're going to want a black line. And I'm going to draw an oval that kind of goes like that to there. And again, I'm going to take my white arrow and just extend this one out so it meets there. So black to black. But the problem I have here is that I want to rub out the top part of this black line. So what we're thinking is, it's not the best actually, never mind, is you take a rubber and it rubs out, it rubs out the bear. Oh no, we think it's a click on the path, we're saying, and it still rubs out the bear. Remember last time we selected that and we went modify and we went to flatten the selection, which changes it from a path to a bitmap. Now I can rub out that line and I want to take that down to around there and we'll come round to around here, and we've got that. And the great thing, of course, now is that we should just be able to take a paint bucket and fill in. Where's our paint bucket gone? There it is. I want the fill colour to be this brown, and you think we could fill in that. Oh my gosh, it doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is I've got two layers in the image. I'm going to have to flatten those first of all, it's to one layer, and then I should be able to fill it. Not the best. What we can do is if we control I clicked on something there. If we control plus, I can take my paint bucket and I should be able to just fill in those gaps. Okay, still not perfect, but we could just take a little brush here of that colour and we can fill in those gaps. Now, as I said, I don't claim to be an artist, but that is probably the more sensible way, control minus, of getting rid of the feet. It's not perfect, but to be honest with you, when we are doing flash, we're going to be zoomed in quite a way, so the bear will be much smaller, zoomed out quite a way, I should say, so the bear will be much smaller and you won't really notice it. So the final thing to do is, I'm happy with my bear with no fish and no hands and no feet. I'm going to file and I'm going to save as, and we're going to make it our GIF, and we will call it something sensible like bear body. And I'm going to press save. So what we've got is, we've got the two components that we want to animate, and we have the sort of background, if you like, that it's going to sit on. So if you'd like to practice with those techniques, you can strip out areas of the animals that you're going to be animating, and we'll come back in a moment and we'll look at actually how we can put this together in Flash.